Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, earthlings, peeplings. I hope you're all having a nice Saturday. Well, Megan has done it again. She has outdone herself this time. In the last video, I actually had hope that maybe she had learned some sort of public relations technique. But oh no, we're right back to old Megsy, only this is full on Megsy. So I see they have arrived in Canada, Whistler, I think. They flew in by private jet and they're staying at some hotel in the presidential suite, which costs about $5,000 a night. And the Daily Mail, bless them, have obviously been to this hotel's website and they've taken the photographs to show what the accommodation is like. Who's paying for it? I have no idea. Presumably Harry and Meghan. But I guess time will tell. So let's put a pin in that one. And maybe in a year or two, when Invictus accounts and expenses are, if they're ever made public, people will know. It's incredible. And then there she is up on the stage, giving a speech, saying, there are moments this woman inspires me to do a parody. So you let me know what you think. This is my interpretation of what I've just seen. Well, hello there. How are you peasants feeling? I wasn't expecting to be asked to speak. I had no idea, but here I am. I'm here to speak. Shut the fuck up. I'm speaking. Do you mind? Anyway, I just want you all to know how hard it was for me and my husband to fly here on a private jet and stay in a hotel room which costs $5,000 a night. It's a sacrifice that we make for you to give you the honor of seeing us here. Shut the fuck up. I am speaking. And do any of you peasants show any gratitude? Do I hear you clapping? Oh, when I landed on Canadian soil, I just thought, I'm home because you are my family. I just want to stay here all the time. Well, no, not really, unless it's a $10,000 a night apartment. And I want all you peasants to know that you should be honored to pay for our accommodation. And now I'm going to introduce someone very special. My husband. Oh, he is always on his phone at the breakfast table, even though we're busy on the schoolroom with lunchboxes. And it's all about us. And Archie goes, Papa, why are you checking your phone again? And Papa says, Invictus. That's why he works so hard for you. And you need to be grateful. So here is the Duke of Sussex. So that's the essence of what she said. And it's not actually so much of a parody as it is, that is pretty much actually what she said. That's how it came across. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. It's like, I don't know, it's like she lives in a dark room. She never sets foot outside. She doesn't talk to anybody else. She can't hear anybody else. All she can hear is Megan, and how wonderful Megan is in her own head. And she's as daft as a bunch of bricks, quite frankly. Just when I thought, maybe she thought, fuck it, I give up. From a PR point of view. I saw that some of you in the comments on the last video thought that I'm warming towards her, or thought that that somehow I like her now. What I was talking about was her presentation and her PR. And there were loads of edits in that. That wasn't just a straight run through, as I said before. But I mean, this this is just... There was not much clapping in the videos that I heard. And it was interesting when Harry finally, you know, he waits like a good little boy for her to introduce him. When he finally does come, yes, they do kiss, but I mean, he can't wait to brush her off. It's like, yeah, yeah. And then he's even more incredible. The way he gets to the stage, he goes, hey, hey, yeah, Harry's here. I'm fucking amazing. I mean, the pair of them, I feel I can say this because he has admitted in Spare that he takes drugs. He looked off his tits on something. Some kind of pepped up drug. Just to get through this. I mean, God knows what fuel he's running on. But in the olden days, he would have been clinging to her, kissing her, had her tucked under his arm. She'd have been gripping his arm. Oh no, that's all finished. That's all finished. It was a quick peck and then, yeah, fuck off, Meghan. I can take it from here. Thank you very much. The whole thing, apart from being inordinately expensive, comes across as they are definitely not together. I mean, I'm married. You all know I'm married. You all know that my old man. Do you hear me and Graham constantly going, oh, we're so in love. We're so not divorcing. We're so together. No. Do you guys do that with your partners to convince everybody around you that you're definitely not separated, getting a divorce, hate each other's guts? Right? No. People who are going through separation, who want to give a false facade that they are still together, they're the type of people who do all that shit. And that's what I see Meghan and Harry doing. And also then, I see there's a People magazine thing that, like, in brackets, they're definitely not separated or some shit like that. Who writes PR like that? I don't think that these two dense bricks are getting the message at all. Not at all. They have had one of the most harrowing and bruising few weeks and all of last year and pretty much all of the year before, and they're still not listening. They're not picking it up at all. I was quite proud of myself in the wig. Her hair is actually like that. That's exactly how she looked. I couldn't find anything chocolate brown in my wardrobe. I've got the one beige blouse, and I made sure it wasn't ironed as well. At what point? I mean, and the way she said in that speech, she said to all the Invictus people, you are our family. I don't know how she's got the front to use the word family after the way she's treated her family and his family. Oh, his family. I see King Charles had a lovely event at Highgrove. I really loved looking at the pictures in the Daily Mail. Victoria and David Beckham were there. Helen Mirren was there. Donatella Versace was there. I loved Victoria's dress. What I really loved about the whole thing, it was like, it was in the garden, in a marquee, if you haven't seen it, and they had all candelabras and it was candlelit and it just looked so lovely and cosy and royal, and I loved seeing things like that. I love to see inside what the real royal family are doing, and I thought it looked like a lovely event. Then I went to the comments on the Daily Mail and everybody hated it. They said, oh, flaunting wealth and stuff like that, and I don't understand it. That is what our royal family does. They represent things, and I don't see how it's flaunting wealth, quite frankly. I bet most of the food that was served up there was probably homegrown at Highgrove. I've nothing against Helen Mirren. I think she's wonderful. She's wonderful. She's one of the best actresses that has ever walked the planet. I actually like the Beckhams. And poor Victoria, she just can't win, can she? Oh, I'm wandering off the subject of Meghan and Harry. See, this is what it's come to. Me, who has made it my personal business to study these two cretins. And even my mind is wandering to other things, other matters. But I did, it just looked so fairy tale at Highgrove. I loved it. And actually, the dresses and the glamour, and everybody looked so gorgeous. There wasn't a tiara in sight, and I didn't actually mind that for once. Normally I'm very critical and I want to see the old bling come out of the cupboard, but it was just so, it was like a Cinderella kind of evening. I just loved it. Anyway, we're going to have now, I suppose, a week of beige and boring and all about Meghan. She's going to be unstoppable. I mean, she couldn't even name the games. My husband will be there curling with you and going down that snowy, slippy, slidey, I don't know what it's called thing that I'll never do. I mean, oh my God. Oh. And I can only do parodies of her when I see her making a complete and utter fool of herself, like The Beach, you know, or The Cut, or what was the other one I did? Oh God, yeah, that photo shoot thing. Was that for The Cut, where she's dressed up in all those curtains and fucking dancing and prancing around? I mean, she inspires me. When I'm watching her, I can actually see the parody playing out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, it's a bit of an emotional release for me, you know, from the stresses of ordinary everyday life. And I watch this woman, and she is actually really entertaining, but she doesn't mean to be entertaining. Oh, she has no idea. Anyway, we shall see what the week brings. And I think that other things are probably going to come out as well, like who's paying for a lot of this shit? Like, someone sent me some pretty compelling evidence, although I'm not going to say this is 100% true because I haven't completely checked it out and I don't understand all of it. But someone sent me some screenshots and stuff. It's something to do with the American government. So any Americans out there, you, the taxpayers, may or may not have donated 13 million to Archewell. I'm not sure about that one, so don't quote me on that. But it's not just one person who's messaged me actually and told me that. So I think if that does come out and hit the headlines, that the American taxpayer may have contributed $13 million to Archewell so that Harry and Meghan can live a jet-set lifestyle, I can see America getting lit with rage across the beam. Every political persuasion, I would imagine, whose blood, sweat and tears of tax money paying for that. So I don't know if that one's true or not, because I don't like to talk about things and say it's true if it's not, or if I'm not 100% sure. It's just that one looks tricky to me. I think that would be the headline of headlines. Oh, and another thing. She said in her speech, our two sweet children will be cheering on from California. So they couldn't bring the children, yeah? I mean, it's a sports event in snow, in winter wonderland, in gorgeous Canada, and they don't want to bring the children? That is bizarre. But the fact that she said our sweet children, sweet, I suddenly thought, is this where all this bollocks started in the PR puff campaign about 5 years ago, where journalists would have headlines like, oh, Meghan's doing a sweet nod to Princess Diana, one of the royals is doing a sweet nod, and you read it and you think, no, they're not. Oh, Catherine is doing a sweet nod to the late Queen because she wore blue. You know, what the fuck? What's all this sweet nod business going on? And then I hear Meghan, there are two sweet children, and I'm thinking, this is making sense now. This is a Megsy phrase. Oh, too sweet. I mean, it's almost as bad as the olive branch. You know, we're all sick of hearing about olive branches and sweet nods. You know, fuck off with all these sound bites. Anyway, I shall leave you with that thought. And I hope you enjoyed the parody. They do take it out of me a bit, actually, because she's so, well, you know what Megsy's like. As always, see you in the comments below. Thank you very much for listening.